Hey, you guys, what is up? Guess who is live in the flesh? This is literally insane that I'm live here because y'all know I hardly ever go live, but I'm in my live era, okay? And so I thought I would go live just to talk a little bit about what is happening because I know you've been seeing a lot of different content than what you typically see here from me. And so I thought I would go live just to talk about it. So that's why I'm here. You can also feel free to ask me any questions about anything that you've seen here. I'm talking more about my fitness and weight loss journey. I've lost over 50 pounds. I do what's called hyperketosis, and I've been sharing a lot of content about that. And I know you might be like, what is happening on her channel? She used to talk about, and not used to, because I still do, about planning and productivity and all of that stuff. And I'm making a pivot. A lot of new changes are about to happen. And I just want to talk about it. So this is my I won't say it's not my first time on YouTube Live. I've been on YouTube Live before, but I typically do an Instagram Live, or I'm in my TikTok era. So I'll do a TikTok Live. So you have to bear with me because I'm not quite sure how to work all this stuff. But again, I'm here to answer any questions that you may have about anything. I'm an open book. So if you have questions about hyperketosis, you want to know exactly what I'm doing, how I lost the weight, you can ask me questions about that. Or if you just have questions, again, I'm never live. So this is very interesting to me. By the way, she don't got no makeup on or nothing. Child, it is what it is. We are just live, okay? So drop your questions below. I'm just doing a little work here. My husband and I started a new business. So there's a lot that we need to talk about. Because some changes are coming, some things are coming. I'm not gonna drop them just yet because nothing's finalized in terms of what I'm thinking, but it is finalized that we started that new business. Hey, you guys, by the way, I didn't say hello. I didn't say a proper hello. Thank you guys for joining me. Sometimes when I be going live on TikTok, the struggle be real. So I appreciate y'all. I'm just on here to talk about life. If y'all have questions, if y'all want to know what's happening, I have changed the content that I've been producing on this channel. I am pivoting. There's a big reason why. I don't feel like the planner community is the same. I feel like it's changed, and I'm not sure what's going on. And so I need to get with the times and change with things. Like I was never sure how long the planner community was going to be what it was. And it's different now. It's different now. I still have a passion for it. Of course, I still use my planner. I still use my planner because I have to, but I don't know. It's just different now. And I'm just pivoting. I'm pivoting. Okay. So that's why you've been seeing all of the different content with this channel, because I'm just spicing things up and throwing a wrench in the game and doing more fitness related and healthy eating, weight loss type stuff, because that is the future of this channel. So I'm just going to put that out there. I'm still going to do some lifestyle and things like that, home life, mom life, all of that. But eventually I don't see as much planner content as I've been producing. So I'm just going to put that out there. So I hope you guys will stick around and not leave me, especially OGs. I appreciate y'all. Some of y'all have been here since the beginning, and it's been a lot of years since I've been on YouTube. So let's see, all about Nisha. Do you work out on hyperketosis? So it's hyperketosis is what I'm currently doing, and I personally work out, but the workout that I do is tennis. I play tennis almost every day. It's just my thing. I love it. I have to do something that doesn't feel like a workout. You know what I mean? And that's what tennis does. It doesn't feel like a workout, but you can work out on hyperketosis, but they recommend that you keep it really light. So don't do anything super strenuous. Don't go to the gym and start pumping weights. Just do a walk. Just keep it very simple. So, but you also don't have to work out, which is what drew me to this, because I'm not a big workout girl. So I was like, anything that I can do that doesn't require me to work out, but I can still lose weight is a win. It's a win. So if you're new here, I lost over 50 pounds by doing hyperketosis. I also started out in a calorie deficit. My calorie intake is 1,500 calories. When I'm doing that, I did that for the first month and a half. I lost about 15 pounds doing that. And then I ran across hyperketosis on TikTok and I went all in. I went all in. And so basically what you're doing with hyperketosis is you're eating twice a day. With those 2 meals, you're going to have 4 ounces of protein There's only certain meats, vegetables, and fruits you can have. I do have a list. I linked it here on YouTube. But if you want to follow my journey, it's Quita's Food and Fit. And so you can see exactly what I'm eating, all the things, how I'm achieving this success in my weight loss journey. And so you're going to have those 4 ounces of meat. You're going to have 3 cups of vegetables, and you're going to have a serving of fruit. So I have a ton of resources because y'all know me. Anybody who knows me, y'all know when I find something, I go all in. Like there's no half stepping with me. I'm either all in or I'm all out. Okay. And right now I'm all in. This is my passion. And I've been able to help so many people lose so much weight. And that gives me all the feels. And so that's why I keep moving forward, in addition to just wanting to continue my weight loss journey too. I have a friend that just started. Her name is Jazz. She started on Monday and she already lost 4 pounds. Now she didn't check in with me today, so I hope that doesn't mean she gained weight. But she was so excited. She went all in. She got all her food and everything, and she got the program and everything, and she is succeeding. She's losing weight, so I'm so happy for her. So that's the future of At Home with Quita. It's going to be more so about weight loss because I have to be completely honest with y'all. That's why y'all are here, because y'all know me. I just, sometimes I say too much. But my videos don't always get a lot of views when it comes to the planning content. And that's how I know or believe that the planner community is changing. Do y'all feel like the planner community is changing? Those of y'all who have been here for some time, it's different now, right? Like, is it me? Am I tripping? I just feel like it's not what it used to be. And I'm not losing my passion for it because I love it. I still use my planner, but something ain't right. Y'all remember back in the day when it was jumping. It was the place to be. My videos did very well. I do feel like I was more creative then. And by the way, y'all drop me questions because I can talk while I can keep talking, but I'm here to answer questions too about anything, not just hyperketosis. But I don't know. I just feel like something's different with the community, and I need to pivot. I need to pivot. So the videos that, like, for instance, the video that I did for hyperketosis recently, I think it's at like, I have to check. I think it's at like 30,000 views. And I just did that video last month, I want to say. And my videos on planning doesn't, like, my last one that I did on planning got 1.4 thousand in 13 days. That's literally insane. And then the one that I did for hyperketosis got, let's see, I can look right here, 30,000 views a month ago. So that tells me right there that y'all did this because y'all the ones watching the videos. You want to see more of my journey with weight loss and healthy eating. So I'm gonna give the people what they want. Okay. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but and maybe you just want a mixture of everything, but I just feel like the videos on planning for some reason are not getting as many views. And I just have to figure out, what's best for the channel, what y'all want. I want to give you what you want. And if that's what you're watching, then that's what I should produce, right? At the end of the day. So if you're new and you just joined, we're just talking about the future of At Home with Quita, the future of this channel, how I'm pivoting, what the planner community is looking like, and how I feel about it. And I just don't feel like it's the same anymore. I talked to a girlfriend of mine the other day and I was like, what is happening? And she said she agreed. She was like, I see it's just not popping anymore. I mean, it's just different now. It's so hard for me to explain and put into words how I feel that the community is. But it's just different, and my videos aren't getting the traction, and I just feel like maybe you guys don't want to see that anymore, or you don't want to see as much of that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a week of fitness and healthy eating weight loss videos, just a week, just to test the waters. And if those videos do very well, then I'm going to completely pivot. And if they don't do well, then I'll do, maybe I'll do a week of planning content, and I'll see how that does. And if that doesn't do well, then I'll do a mixture, and I'll pop in different things. The only thing with the mixture is that, at this big age, I got to do what works. It takes a lot of time and effort to do videos. And if there's a formula that works, even if I'm mixing in different types of videos and the ones that are doing planning videos are not doing well, then what do I do? What needs to go? And I know that if I do a fitness related or a weight loss related video that goes viral for me, that's my answer right there. So you think I should do a mixture of all topics that I like to post about? Yeah. 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 I agree. I mean, I would love to do a mixture. It's just that if I'm putting so much time and effort into something, then I really want to kind of know that it's going to work, you know? And the metrics of views, and of course there's more to the analytics, is just what we go by to see, what you guys want to see. And so that's where we are. That's where we are. And again, I'm just passionate about weight loss right now. And I feel like this channel has always been, whatever I'm passionate about at that moment. Y'all remember when I was doing all those Amazon videos? Okay, now she doesn't do that anymore, really. I feel like, too, if I'm being completely honest, is I was buying a whole lot of crap, okay? Now, some of the stuff I used, a lot of stuff I used, most of it, but not everything. And sometimes brands would send me stuff, which is great. But sometimes I bought some stuff just to see, or post, and that's just what it was. And I'm just not in that era anymore. I feel like at the end of the day, I have everything I need. I don't need anything else. So I know some of you guys always, or you ask, hey, do you like those videos? And to be honest with you, when I started doing the Amazon videos, it took me from I think I had 80,000 subscribers here on YouTube. In less than 6 months, I was over 100, I think 150,000 followers. That time was literally crazy. But the only issue is that now I got all these Amazon people, which means that's the kind of content you want to see. And if I put out anything different than that, then you know what I mean? Like I got 100, I want to say almost 200,000 subscribers. Not almost 200. That's very dramatic because I'm only at almost 250. But I got a bunch of subscribers, an insane amount of subscribers. I got my plaque for YouTube because of Amazon. But now I got a whole bunch of Amazon people following me, but I produce a different type of content, which means my audience is confused. You know what I mean? So at this time, I really do need to stick to what I'm going to do long term. I hope it's fitness, and that's why I'm thinking maybe lifestyle. I don't know. I think I'm going to start with fitness. I'm going to see where it takes me. So the Amazon stuff worked really, really well. And again, it got me, I'm answering this question from Nick, I don't know, on 67. Anyways, yes, that did so well for my channel. And then you know what I started to do that got me a little frustrated too, is that I started to do Amazon videos. So then I was like, okay, cool, say less. Y'all want to see the Amazon stuff? Let me put together a whole compilation video around Amazon finds. And those videos did not do well at all. But meanwhile, my shorts were going viral, millions and millions of views. Basically, I went from like 2 million views on YouTube to 80 million from shorts. And all those people start to come in. So again, I think my audience is a little confused too. So I can't completely blame it on the fact that I think the planner community has changed. It's also me. I'm the problem because I don't have a niche anymore. It used to be planning, which means, again, that's why my videos did so well, because y'all were here for planning. You got planning videos. And now people are coming from Amazon. Now they're going to be coming from fitness. They're going to be coming from planning and lifestyle and cleaning and cooking, which is at the end of the day what I want, because I want it to be more lifestyle. But I don't know. People may be confused. So I can't fully blame it on that. So yeah, you said you like the Amazon shorts too. They were so much fun. I got to try all types of different products. But it was definitely overconsumption. For real talk. I didn't feel bad because again, I feel like those products that was buying was actually stuff that I felt like I needed. I didn't really need most of them at the end of the day, but I bought them with the intention of using them. I didn't just buy them to sell or to give away or whatever. I bought them because I actually thought we needed it. And now I feel like I don't need anything else. So how am I going to be an Amazon influencer if I don't need any more products? Because I'm definitely not going to be that girl that just goes out and buy that stuff. Now, if a brand gives it to me, that's one thing. But if it's just me going out to buy it, get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing it. Okay, so you feel like a lot of YouTube. Yeah, the algorithm is definitely different too. It is different, but I hate blaming it on the algorithm. You know what I mean? You know how people always say, well, it's the algorithm, it's the algorithm. Maybe you're just not making good content, you know? So I have to make sure that I am thinking about things correctly. But sometimes I do get in my feels and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to quit. Every day I want to quit. So, it's a lot. So, that's kind of where I am. And of course, I want to be transparent with you guys. And I'm going to do another live, probably with my husband. And we're going to talk some real talk about like the future of everything, because I want to just let you guys know where we're headed. I'm getting older. Okay. As you know, we all get older. Your girl is in her 40s, okay? And so we just need to figure out what we're doing long term. And I want to stay on YouTube. I really do. I really like it here. And I just think that, just right now, it seems like from what I can gather, the fitness and healthy eating content is what you guys want to see. So I want to keep doing what you guys want to see. And I'll sprinkle in some planner content every now and then. Oh, I didn't talk to you guys about my I think I started talking about it, then I got sidetracked. I was like squirrel. But my husband and I started a new business, which we are so freaking excited about. So this business is creating smart websites and AI automation. I'm not missing another wave, okay? You know how you miss, like, people miss the .com wave and all. If you're older like me, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm not missing a wave of anything anymore. And AI is what's it right now. And so if you, I mean, listen, if you want to take my advice, learn AI. And that's what we're doing. So we started our company. It's called, well, we're trying to settle on a name, and we kind of think that is a good name for us is called Uplink Collective. And again, it's creating smart websites and AI automation. And we got our first client. We got our first client. Ugh, craziness. And we just literally started. So now he has to demo the product. He's working on creating the website. It's so cool. And my husband's the one that told me about it. But of course, my husband and I are two different beings. Okay, I'm the motivational person, which may not always be able to learn the easiest. And he's the smart guy. He went to gifted schools. He went to college. I didn't go to college. He went to Morehouse. I mean, he's the smart guy. He's the brains behind the operation. I'm just the pretty face. And I'm the motivational speaker. So I'm going to pump us up. I'm going to make sure we stay on track. I'm going to create a list, and we're doing it, based on me pushing him forward. And he knows that about himself. And I know that about myself. And I think we're a good balance for each other. So we're so excited about that. So he's got to do the demo on Friday. So he's still kind of in somewhat of the learning process of it all. He's a little nervous. And so I told him, don't be nervous. You got this. You know your stuff. And if whatever you don't know, you can find the answer. And so that's where we are. So that's why I said we're going to have to sit down and do a whole live. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because, to be honest with you, it's subscription based. And so sometimes, and I love Fancy Plans Co., but sometimes it's a lot. It's a lot dealing with customer service issues, our own flaws, shipping products getting delayed, products are missing, pricing increase because we got this new tariff situation now. It can be a lot. It can be a lot. So, it's great to have, and it's something that maybe we can pass along to our kids eventually, because we are definitely not going to do this forever. I mean, we just can't. But we have two kids, and so we're thinking maybe our kids can take it over, or maybe we'll sell it at some point, because it's a very lucrative business. But we are tired. So having a subscription-based business where you just have to acquire the client one time, and the way that the system is set up, they almost stay with you, because then they would have to rebuild everything all over again. Their website, everything would have to be rebuilt. We've already built it, and it's working. We can make some tweaks as needed, but they pretty much stay with you, and it's not a cheap service. Okay, so this one client right here. So of course, we got a goal to have more than one client, but we're excited about it. And this is how I also feel. I feel like he has supported me on my dreams since forever. I'm like that girl. I'm like bouncing around. I'm like, okay, now we're doing this. I'll do this for a year. Now we're doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that girl where I'm going to try something. I'm always doing a business. And he always supported me. So this is what he wants to do. And I always ask him, hey, what's your passion? And he always would be like, I don't know what my passion is. Meanwhile, I know what my passions are. But he just doesn't think like that, which is okay. But this one time, he says this is his passion. I'm all in with you. Let's go. Let's go. Say less. And so that's where we are. Like, now is my turn to support his dreams. And I love that for him. because we don't do this. Because once I go in, oh, forget about it. It's all over with. So we'll be, of course, still doing Fancy Plans Co. Still being the company that we are, and we'll be doing this as well. So we'll have multiple streams of income, more so than we already do. So I'm excited about that. I really, really am excited about that. So we're just getting all of our ducks in a row, and then he's gonna go all in acquiring more clients, and this is what we're gonna do, hopefully until we retire. And then because it is subscription based, we'll have passive income coming in every single month, and we won't have to do as much work. So that's where we are, y'all. I'm just being completely transparent with you guys. How do you find time to do all the things? Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, so I will say this. I didn't previously feel like I was a morning girly, and I, at the core, don't feel like I am. Hold on one second. Addison, stop that alarm, please. There's an alarm going off. Or wake daddy up. I'm sorry, y'all. So I don't feel like I was always a morning girly. That's what I was saying, y'all. However, I feel like since I started to lose weight, I'm getting out of bed earlier. Like I literally be getting up at like 7:30, which is literally crazy for me because I used to get up at like 9. That used to be my time, unless I had tennis, because I have to be at practice at 9. So now I'm popping out of bed. I just feel like I have so much more energy. And so because I'm waking up earlier, I think I'm able to do more in a day because I'm up. You know what I mean? Whereas before, if I got up at 9, even though it's not too much farther past 7:30, sometimes it would be 10, y'all. Then I wasn't able to get as much done, but I still I don't know, I feel like sometimes I get more done maybe than the average person. I don't know. I'm not putting that fully putting that statement on myself, but I do know me, and I know that I can get a lot of stuff done. I'm also very good with my time management. So I think that's part of it too. So I do a lot, especially now adding on this extra business. Sometimes I'm like, how am I going to do it? But I'm going to do it. And I do everything in Notion. Notion really helps me. I actually have it pulled up right over here. I have all of my different sections for all the different businesses that I have. I'll just show y'all. Y'all know I'm all about showing y'all. And y'all probably won't even be able to see it. But I have it, all of my little, so each one of these, like that's Quita's Food and Fit. Y'all probably can't see it. That's Quita's Food and Fit here. And then I have our new business, Uplink Collective. And all of that within the tab has different things. So I just created this. So I have to figure out how I'm exactly going to use that. And then I have At Home with Quita. I have Fancy Plans Co. I still kind of teach people how to make money on Amazon, but that's kind of fallen to the background because I'm not as passionate about it. So I have that here. And then remember when I started that podcast with my friend? We haven't done a season 2 yet, but I have that there too. So Notion really is the main thing that keeps me organized. Without it, I wouldn't be able to stay organized. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way because I need we have to have like an onboarding process for the new business. And so I have to figure out how to do that. I'm gonna do that in Notion. So that's what I'm working on today. And I'm also working on, I know I do a lot of content for my Quita's Food and Fit, but it's so easy to do because y'all just keep giving me questions. And all I do, well, on TikTok you can do, on Instagram you can do too, but the Instagram algorithm is completely different from the TikTok algorithm. I'm starting to favor TikTok. I hope it doesn't get banned because that's where most of my following is for Quita's Food and Fit. I'm not really getting that traction on Instagram. And so y'all make it super easy for me because y'all be having a ton of questions and all I do is just answer the questions, okay? So that's kind of where we are right now, you guys. So I'm excited about the future. I really am. But some things have to give because again, as I get older, I can't operate in the same way because I just don't have the same bandwidth. You know what I mean? Hey, my life, my plans. Hey, girlfriend. So, I'm just excited about the future of everything, mainly my husband's business, because I just feel like he needs that. You know what I mean? Like he's been working with me for a long time. And I know that, of course, he didn't resent it, because it's a profitable business. So at the end of the day, it don't matter where the money coming from. It don't matter who brings the money. It don't matter who's the face of the money. We're a team. And so I know he feels like that, but I also want him to have something of his own. You know what I mean? And I just want to be like the supporter of that, where it's like, this is your thing, but I'm the supporter. Y'all feel me? So that's where we are. So Notion seems to be, yeah, Notion is awesome. You can buy templates for Notion. And so that way you don't have to build it out. Now, a lot of mine I kind of built out, and I pretty much just have like a calendar and just a lot of different sections that house information. But Notion is so easy to use. And I know it seems intimidating, but it's really not. It's really not. It's so easy. Yeah, we've been married for over 20 years, 23. I'm giving my age, but we have to support each other. Like we want to be happy. And it doesn't. At the end of the day, we're a team. So if we just got to thug it out together, okay? And so we know it's going to be some growing pains with the new business, but the fact that we landed a client and we're not actually fully really in business yet, a win is a win. A win is a win. And I just see so much potential. And I think it also gives us proof of concept. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, websites building is not a new thing, but the AI part of it is the game changing part. That's the game changing part because, again, AI is the future. And so, if I can give y'all one tip, it's to learn AI. Learn AI. I mean, ChatGPT is my BFF. I do everything on ChatGPT. And so this just helps a company to feel like they're not the small guy. Because everybody has AI built in. Amazon, when you call them, all of that stuff is AI. But the little guys, the little companies, the small businesses were never able to afford that sort of system. And so now we can give that to the small businesses to where they feel like the big guy. You know what I mean? Because it's basically going to operate just like these major companies. So I'm really excited about that. Yep, I am. So that's where we are. That's what we're doing. Again, pretty much everything's staying the same with the exception of the content that you're going to see here. And you've already started to see it. And we're just going to keep that going because, it just seems like that's what y'all want. So we're going to give the people what they want. And I am excited to see how the channel pivots. And, a lot of the time I was trying to do a lot of content to show you guys how to use our products, Fancy Plants Co. products. And I'll have to see, how I'm going to do that going forward. You can always join our Facebook group because we do have a Facebook group. And I try to share some content there. But I don't know. I really would like to get y'all opinion. Y'all have not said anything about this. But do y'all feel like the planner community is changing? Do you see it the same as it was 5 years ago, 7 years ago? Do y'all feel like y'all see a difference? Are you different now? Are you still buying all the things? Because y'all remember when I used to go to Hobby Lobby and Joann and Michael's and get all the things. Stuff I didn't need. I still got a whole cart of stuff that I don't even use anymore. We were crazy. We were literally insane. I know I was. Because I was always on the hunt for some Happy Planner stuff. Y'all, we were literally hunting products down, and now I don't even use the products that I was hunting down. Now I do give some things to my daughter because now she's in her planning era. But for the most part, yeah, I don't use this stuff, which is literally crazy. It's probably maybe $500 worth of stuff or more. So you mostly buy from small planner business. That's good. That's good. Yeah, because yeah, I like that. I like that. And so, and then I'm just very intentional about what I buy. I have to actually really want it and see myself using it. But also where I am is that I'm going to use what I have. And most likely it's going to be Fancy Plants Co. stuff. So that's another reason why I have all that stuff there because I'm using my products, right? I'm using my stuff. So Sherelle, okay, so you feel like it's changed too. It's yes, right? Oh my gosh. And you would only know the change if you kind of been there during that wild and crazy time of the Happy Planner squad, which by the way, I was on the first squad and then the squad seemed to just change from there. And now I don't even think they have a squad. Do they have a squad, y'all? You had your mom in at Michael's and Hobby Lobby looking for planner stuff. See, now you got your mama involved. We were literally wilding out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it definitely has changed. I don't buy all the things anymore. Yep, you shop small businesses as well. Yeah. Yeah, you don't. And I have to attest to that because I used to feel like I was more creative in the past, but now I'm not. I'm not. Oh, digital? I've never really been able to get down with digital, y'all. I don't know. I just something about it. Like I do Notion, of course, that's digital, but I don't know how to use a digital planner. I need to see myself writing on paper. I need to feel, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just something about it. So, okay, so you were a teenager when the community was at its height. So yeah, it was at its height. And now Yeah, I know some planner businesses that are really struggling. Okay. Now, we ain't what we used to be, of course. You know what I mean? But I have to be grateful because we're not in a position that I know some people are in. Let me just say that. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. But I do feel like it is just time to pivot. It's time to pivot. So let's see. Yeah, I have to feel the paper too. I have to feel that paper. I have to see my pen writing because I'm not a pen snob. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Just own it, right? But I like to just feel the way the pen glides. I have to know, is this a good pen? You know what I mean? Like it's just something about it. So digital girlies, I love that. Do you, of course, do what works for you. Um, paper girlies, do what works for you. Just whatever the point of it is, that's just to be productive and to succeed, whatever that means to you. So I'm all about either or, whatever works. Do I feel like, okay, wait, hold on. Know what you mean, but I have no space to put. Oh, okay. Okay. I get it. I get it. Do I feel like the economy? Yeah, has something to do with the planner community for sure. For sure. Even though I feel like, okay, so during COVID, we had our highest sales ever. It was literally insane. I was like, people are literally buying planner stuff. Like, we had crazy, insane months. Like, if I told you the number, you'd be like, huh? Huh? People were just buying stuff during COVID. So COVID was crazy. So yeah, now definitely the economy has changed. Groceries are higher. Everything is just insane in terms of what it costs. And to be honest, I don't want people buying planner stuff over eggs. You know what I mean? Like, that's not who I am. I would never encourage that. So we're the last, so we're the last in terms of product that you should buy during this time. Planner stuff you don't need. I mean, you need it, but you don't need it. You need a productivity tool. You need a notebook, you need an iPad, whatever that is, you do need a productivity tool. But I have never been the type of person to go and encourage people to buy all the things. Never. It's never been me. And so if it comes between stuff you need for your family and planner supplies, please do this. Don't do this. Okay? Please. Please. And so, yeah, I definitely think that the economy has changed things. So this is where we are. Thanks, Sherelle. You love my stuff. Been following for ages. Love that for me. And hey, Morgan, welcome to the live. We're just talking and chopping it up about everything. So ask me whatever you want. I'm an open book. Not sure when I'm gonna go live again. This is just where we are because I feel like I just need us to be transparent and tell you guys what's going on, because I know, you've seen a little bit of changing content and you're probably wondering why. And so I just touched on that briefly. Do y'all even see Happy Planner things in stores now? I see things in the stores, but it's very scarce. It's a ghost town. Yeah, tumbleweeds rolling and everything. So I'm sure they're affected too. You feel like their footprint is not as big as it was in store. Yeah. Ooh, you like my hat? You don't want to see what's going on underneath this hat. This hat is on for a reason. So yeah, I mean, it's just different now. I mean, I think people are just, I don't know. I think people are just not buying all the things anymore. And that's okay. And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about buy what you need, use what you're going to need. So, yes, I have a planner brand. I'm sorry. And I want you guys to support us and buy from us, of course. But I'm never going to encourage you to overconsume like I used to with Amazon stuff. And I've never been that for Fancy Plans Co. either. I've never been that girl like, you need this, you need that, always releasing a box or something like that. Like, I'll release products here and there, that I feel like will help you. And most of the time I create it for myself and then I share it with you. And then if you want to get it, you get it. You get it. So I don't know. That's just where I'm at. So I do thank you guys so much. I never tell you. Well, I do feel like I tell you, but I appreciate all of your support. Like, I see you. I see the comments. I see posting about our products. Like, that just really warms my heart. You know what I mean? And if I've never told you guys or I don't tell you enough, I appreciate you. Trust me. My husband and I talk about it every day. Sometimes we're just in awe of you guys and how you support us, how you've been supporting us over the years. And I just am so grateful. My heart is full. And so if, I don't say it enough, there you have it. Okay. So do I have planner stuff for phones? I don't have nothing digital. The only thing that I use is just a notes app. Like, in terms of what I use for myself digitally, I have a whole system, but we don't have anything digital. No. In terms of like, well, we have digital inserts that we sell. So we're turning pretty much all of our digitals into, or all of our inserts into something where you can download it. We had a digital subscription, but y'all, people were abusing that. So we stopped it. We stopped it. I mean, that was a whole thing, y'all. Because I just feel like I'm very kind and giving, you know what I mean? And I didn't quite think about the best setup for that system. So it was a free for all. People was out in these streets downloading 50, 60 inserts and then canceling. Who does that? Who does that? And so I stopped it. I stopped it because I was not happy with that. That to me is abuse. You know what I mean? Because yes, you can get unlimited downloads, but why download and then cancel? Why? Like, do you not know how that affects us? And then you have all of my digital products, which by the way, I'm not super big on digitals. My husband is, but I'm not, because I feel like you just get to keep the product. You can, I mean, some people may abuse in a different way, like reselling. I mean, anything can happen. If you have our, copywritten protected stuff, how do I know that you're not doing something you're not supposed to do? I don't know. So I'm not a big fan of digitals, but I'm definitely not a big fan of people abusing a system. And that was blatant abuse. I mean, you can download as many as you want, but why you gotta, because I can see when you cancel. So it's like, you literally bought the subscription that day, you downloaded 50 to 60 items, and then you canceled that day. Y'all, am I thinking about it incorrectly? I mean, am I tripping? You think I should make a change if you don't think it's working for you? Okay, your loyal people will rock with you no matter what. Yeah, yep. And you'll gain new people on the way. And that's what I hope for. And that's what I've been seeing, is that a lot of people have been coming in for fitness and weight loss stuff. And so I'm hoping to have just a good mixture of my audience, and I'm hoping that that works. Again, I got and I want to do the right math. I think I had about 80,000, because I remember I was trying to get to 100,000 so I can get my YouTube award. And so I had about 80,000 subscribers. And then when I start sharing my Amazon stuff, viral. I went from, and I talked about this already in this video, but I want to just keep you guys, especially new people that are coming in. But it was viral. I went from like 2 million overall channel views to like, I think it might be at 100 million now. 100. Let me just check, because I'm that's dramatic. I feel like that ain't right. I feel like that's literally crazy. Let me just see, because I just want to be accurate. But I feel like that's what it is, and I might not be able to see that. Usually I check that on my phone, but last time I checked, it was 80 million. Oh no, it wasn't 80. It was 60 million, I think. Yeah, it was 60 million. Okay, so now it's 73 million. So I went from like 2 million overall views for all of my videos. And I have a lot of videos out there. To when I started doing the Amazon stuff, 73 million. So 70 million people came and viewed all that Amazon stuff. So that's why I got over, y'all do the math for me. I'm at 248,000 subscribers, but I had, I think, 80,000. All of the rest of those people came from Amazon finds, for the most part, And then I am getting some people that are coming in, for fitness stuff now. So, but that Amazon thing, it helped me in the way that I got my plaque, which is what I wanted. I grew my audience, but it hurt me, I think, in the sense is that now everybody wants Amazon stuff. And shorts, the people that watch shorts, I think have a completely somewhat different mindset than the people who watch the long form videos. And shorts don't pay no money. Okay? It's not all about that, but okay, I'm just being honest. So yeah. So I am just trying to figure out how to own my audience and just do what I love and make it stick. So I'm not bouncing around too much so people don't get confused. So, okay, so yeah, that is messed up, right? You could have at least kept it for that part. You could have at least kept it for a month, like just to make me feel good. And I probably wouldn't have noticed it if you had done that. And of course, to be honest with you, if I do revamp the program, I would make it to where it has to be like a 60-day, 90-day type of thing. You have to have it for at least that amount of time, because I'm giving you all of my product. You never, like, literally, it was insane, because and if we do revamp it again, we'll change this one thing, but we were giving full year planners, whatever layout you wanted. You could request it. We would create the whole year for you, and you would get that as a digital download, which means you never have to buy another planner from us ever again or from anybody else. All you have to do is print it. That's it. And they were getting literally every single size. So it just became a lot of work for us. And I just feel like that some people were abusing the system. Not everybody, because we got some pretty cool customers, but some people were, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Okay. So thank y'all for rocking with me for this little bit of time. It's been 40 minutes, and you know, I appreciate y'all because sometimes you don't know when you go live what's gonna happen. So, oh, you love to listen no matter what I'm talking about. I'm saying and I'm going, okay, love that. Thank you so much. So, one creator who showed Amazon videos often, once on FAQ, she said that's what people seem to like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only thing with that, which I talked about earlier, is that people weren't watching my full videos. Like I would say, what I would do is I would do like a breakout video. So I would do like my favorite Amazon for organization or my favorite Amazon for um, gadgets. You know what I mean? And I would find all my gadgets that I had talked about already because these are already the type of videos that I was talking about. Why everybody want to text me right now? And I would do like a full length video. And y'all, literally, like I can tell you the last Amazon video I did, it was my 10 favorite Amazon kitchen organization must-haves. 3,000 views. And that video was 2 years ago. Okay, the one before that, 2 years ago, 2.8. They just like the shorts. They just like the shorts. And so the long form video, and those videos took so much time and effort. So much time and effort because I would have to sit down, do a video talking about the item, okay? And then I need to put my phone on D&D. And then I would have to do the B-roll. So if it was a gadget, of course, if it was whatever the product was, I would have to demonstrate it and I would just do a B-roll. So I would have to do a B-roll for this video is 10 items. For each of those 10 items, so this video needs to do well. If I'm putting in that type of work, this video needs to do well. And it just wasn't doing well and it was just taking up too much time and effort. And so I said I just can't, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense to do it. And you should tend to lean towards things that make sense. So yeah, so shorts was just doing so well, but y'all, YouTube does not pay well for shorts. And it's a shame because that's what everything really is. And TikTok does very well in paying their people, but YouTube doesn't. They don't. And so all of those, however many million views that I got for shorts, they make no really pennies. Okay. I don't know if I want to do more Amazon or Temu videos. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. If I do, it'll be a short form video. Although my Temu video did very well. Anything Temu was doing well, but my Amazon stuff wasn't doing well. So like my Temu video, I think is my highest viewed video on YouTube. Let me just see because I believe it is. My Temu stuff, y'all just really like the Temu stuff. Now the shorts always do well, but I had a long form Temu video that went pretty viral and I still continue to make money on that video. Okay, yeah, I bought 40 of the most viral items on Temu, my biggest haul ever. That video is at 161,000 a year ago. You see what I mean? The Amazon a year ago is at 3,000. Temu, 161,000. That's my highest viewed video. Not ever, but it still makes money. It still does well. So I don't know what I did in that video. And sometimes it's so hard to replicate your success. You know what I mean? Like it's so hard. Like you try to do everything the same way, and one video can get like this Temu video before that did 6,000 views in a year. And then that next one after that is the one I'm talking about did 161,000. Sometimes it's just so hard to predict how to replicate that success, So at the end of the day, you just do what you want to do and you hope, to gain traction. But yeah, sometimes it's just hard. You love the cooking videos as well as the travel vlogs. Yeah, I miss those days. There is a certain time period that I missed that I was like so ambitious about my content, and I'm just not the same person anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not. So sometimes it's very hard to get up and do content because I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's why I have to do what works for me because this fitness stuff and healthy weight loss stuff is my passion right now. It's not hard because I literally just turn my phone on and talk, and that's the beauty of TikTok is that you could just turn your phone on and talk. And so that's where I'm at right now. I need to get with it for shorts. Yeah. Yeah. YouTube does need to get with it for shorts payment because that's what a lot of people are watching, short form content. So why are we not getting paid for it? Now they did eventually. At first we weren't paid at all. And now they pay us a little bit, but it ain't nothing to turn heads. Temu might be harder to do with the tariffs now. Yeah, that's true. Although I have a cart full of stuff because my daughter wanted some stuff. She was gonna get it from she was gonna get it from was she gonna get it from Amazon? I forgot where she was gonna get it from. And I was like, just go on Temu. And I have a credit with Temu because if you don't know, I did a couple of brand deals with them. They pay very well, by the way. And I'm in their affiliate program. So because of that, I had a credit. And so I'm going to use that credit to buy her stuff. But it's not that bad. The stuff that she wants is not that bad, actually. I'm not mad at it. She has 20 items in her cart, and it says the total is 114. So I'm going to get all that stuff for her because she wants some stuff for her room. She's trying to redo her room. And y'all remember when I used to do all the projects and stuff too? Like, I'm literally ready to move out of this house. Like, I am so over this house. It's just too many more projects to do. Like, we've taken it as far as we can take it. You know, we have a ton of equity, which is great. We bought this house for not pennies, but very low. And what we owe on this house is crazy. Like, you wouldn't even believe me if I told you. And now we have a lot of equity, a lot. So I feel like it's time to sell. And I don't feel like doing no more projects. And I just feel like there's so much more still left to do. And I'm tired. I don't want to do nothing else. I want to buy a house that's already done. I do. I do. Oh, thank you. I know you said no, you love my house. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sorry. If I can come up with like I mean, I guess too, if we could take some equity out of the house and just do a ton of projects, then I would stay. I would stay. But I just feel like it's going to take a lot of work. This house is old. I mean, it's not super old, but it's old. I think 90s. That's old, right? Yeah, that's old. And so, it's just time. I feel like it's time. It's time. So, anyways, ask me the remainder of y'all questions. Can y'all believe we've been on here for almost an hour? This is literally crazy. Let me know too, y'all. You want me to go live again? I can go live again, especially because I like it here. Okay. I feel like on TikTok, when I go live, it's very bizarre because one person will pop in and then pop out real quick. It kills your dreams and your vibes. And you can't talk on YouTube, on TikTok, like you could talk on YouTube, like in terms of, and even Instagram. I can save this for later. So some of y'all who didn't see the video can watch the playback. You know what I mean? But on TikTok, you can't save your video. At least I haven't found a way to save my video to post it so that people can watch it. So then there's no reason to talk when nobody's in the live. You know what I mean? So you feel weird because you start talking and then somebody leaves and you're like, well, I guess I stopped talking, right? And then they come back in and you got to start all over. It's very bizarre. So I like TikTok in terms of posting my short form and longer form too, because now you can do like 10-minute videos. But for lives, I don't know. But I hear so many success stories about people like doing TikTok shop, which I am doing TikTok shop. And I made a little bit of money with TikTok shop, but I don't know, I'm not in my product pushing era anymore. You know what I mean? So when I tend to do TikTok shop, it's because I'm doing it of a product that I use that is, like for instance, my electrolytes. I'll tag that in my TikTok shop video. I have this cute little cup that I like. I'll post, whenever I'm putting my water and stuff in this cup, I will tag that for TikTok shop, but I don't do like full on TikTok shop videos. By the way, y'all, I got a new mic. I just was looking at it. So first I was using my lav mic. So y'all know I'm a stickler for audio. Stickler and good quality video. So that's why I use I'm a tech girl. So I use my Canon 80D. I refuse to upgrade to the 90D until that camera breaks down. Okay. So I use my 80D and then I use a Sigma Art lens. So if you see my videos, that's why you see that blurry background. And then I also just got another new camera for vlogging. I also have the Sony ZV-1. I had another little small vlogging type camera that I gave to my son. So I'm just a tech girly. But anyways, I bought this mic. So now I don't have to have the lavalier pinned to my shirt. Y'all would sometimes see it and it was connected to a wire which would plug into my camera. Now I have this DJI mic and it is so awesome. And I can literally just leave it pinned. So this is the charging base and it comes with two mics. And then this right here, it has a little piece and I can attach it here. I have to remove this piece, and then it clips into my phone. So this goes into my phone, and then I just either hold this like this, or the cool thing about it, let me show you. This is so cool. By the way, I still have a ton of stuff linked in my Amazon. It's just that I don't always sit here and say, go to my Amazon storefront. But if there's anything that you ever see that I talk about, most likely it is in my Amazon storefront. But this is the coolest thing about it, because sometimes this clip here, now again, I don't need to clip this anywhere because it goes into my phone, but the clip is here because there's a camera that you can buy for this, or their products. You don't have to plug this into anything. You can just clip it on your pants or whatever, and then have this as well. So this is the coolest part, is that this is magnetic. I always found it hard to figure out where to clip the lav mic. So I would clip it here. I would unzip this a little and clip it lower so that you didn't see it. But now I don't have to do that anymore. Let me show you why. So I literally take this, put it on my shirt or wherever I want it to be. This is a magnet. Oh my gosh. And I clip it like that, and there you have it. And y'all, when I tell y'all the audio is audioing, super crisp audio. And so what I tend to do is just leave it here, and then I'll keep this in my phone, and then I'll just turn it on when I'm ready to use it. And then that way I don't have to forget about it, you know, because sometimes I'll forget, and I'll just, my camera, my phone camera audio is pretty good too, but this is way better than that. And I'm so much more intentional with buying things. I feel like back in the day, my Amazon phase, because it was a phase. It was a phase, because your girl don't buy as much on Amazon in general. But I just feel like back in the day, I would just buy this. You know, it took me literally 6 months to decide if I wanted to buy this or not. Before, I just added to my cart. Now I don't. I'm a different girl, y'all. I'm a different girl, and I love that for me and for you, okay? Because I was definitely influencing y'all. And again, a lot of the stuff I was actually using, so I tried to still be intentional with what I was sharing and buying, but some stuff was just a pure want. And now we're just a little more intentional. Okay, so you would love for me to do a live again. Okay, I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it. And we'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Again, I'm an open book. So y'all just ask me whatever questions y'all have. So you missed most of the live. Okay, so you said, are we doing a group thing for hyperketosis? So by the way, I have a community. Okay, so if you click the link, I wish I could share like a link with you guys here. You know, I probably can, but I don't want to start pressing buttons because then I'm gonna mess something up. But if you check my page here on YouTube, I have all of my links, and I have a free community. So you can join that community, which is over 120 people now, which is literally insane because I just dropped it on last Monday. So we've got over 100 and something people in that group, and you know, it's just a group to kind of help you with hyperketosis. So you can join that. I also have a ton of other resources. I just released a dessert cookbook, because I feel like nobody's talking about desserts on hyperketosis, and you can totally have desserts. So I have a cookbook that has 25 different desserts, and I'm going to be making some today, and I'm going to share that on my TikTok. I just ordered the groceries, and they're going to be delivered later. Y'all know I'm still ordering groceries. Like, I'm still trying not to go to the grocery store. If I don't have to, I don't go, but sometimes I do have to. So I have a ton of resources for hyperketosis. Y'all, it has completely changed my life. I mean, and I haven't shared a lot with you guys in terms of why I decided to go on a weight loss journey, because it wasn't because I felt bad about myself. You know what I mean? Like, I was very confident in my skin. I have great people around me that don't tell me that I look bad, which is great. My husband loves me to death. He wants to support me and wants me to do whatever I want to do. He never made me feel bad about my weight. So the reason why I decided to lose weight is because I had a health scare that landed me in the hospital overnight. I thought I was gonna die. It was crazy, and it was all self-inflicted. And so because of that health scare, that's when I decided to get myself right. And it all stems from my blood pressure, because I have high blood pressure, and I've been able to reduce my medicine on high blood pressure because of the weight loss. And I just feel better. I get up better, I move better. I play tennis, y'all know. I'm moving on them courts. She's slaying like Serena, okay? Ish, because she ain't Serena. And so I had to do that because my health depended on it. And so it has completely changed my life. Okay. And so that's why I'm such a big advocate for it, because it's easy in terms of the program, the structure of it, how it works. Now, nothing is easy in terms of, weight loss is not easy, but the plan is easy. So that's why you see so much content here for hyperketosis, because it's changed my life. And I'm all about sharing things like that. If it can change my life, then it can change your life too. So I'm so passionate about it right now. And that's why I said, let me just do the pivot. And again, I talked earlier, because I know some of you guys just got here, as I talked about the content and how y'all are not really watching the planning content. And that's okay. That's okay. You seem to be watching the weight loss content, which I know people want to see a good transformation, right? You want to see somebody go from this to this. I want to see it, you know? And so I'm thinking that's part of the reason. And so because of that, I want to be really in tune with what I feel like you guys want. I look at the analytics, I look at the numbers, I look at the views, and it just seems like that's what y'all want right now. So I'm going to give y'all what y'all want. And I'm going to try to sprinkle in some of the other things too. So Sherelle, I actually have a challenge. So I have a hyperketosis challenge that comes with 10 days of eating and then the challenge itself. I did that on Monday, last Monday. Now, I didn't set myself up for success because I I knew we were going on vacation. So that Friday we left for vacation. I was supposed to do a 7-day challenge, but I ended up doing like a 4-day challenge. And within those 4 days, I lost 4 pounds. I lost a pound a day. That's crazy. What diet do you know that you can lose a pound a day? And when I left for vacation, of course, we gained some of it back. We give ourselves grace, okay? And so I started again this Monday, not doing the challenge in specific, but I'm on a mission right now to lose 40 pounds in 40 days. That will put me at my goal weight. Right now, I'm a 175, which is crazy to say out loud. So I lost 50 pounds total. I started at 225, and I want to get 40 pounds less than that, and that will put me at my goal weight. So that's what the plan is. So we're going to see if we can do it. I'm day 3 in, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. And since my trip, because before I left for my trip, I got down to 173, 172. And then when I got back from my trip, I was 180. Yeah, I was just eating everything. Okay. And so since Monday, I'm back down to 170. I think I got on the scale today and it was 176. So that is a good amount of weight, right? That's 4 pounds since Monday. So that's how quick you can lose weight with hyperketosis. And that's why I love it, because we want a quick fix, right? We don't want to wait. We want it now, exponentially. We want it now. And so it's very real, because we have, what, 2 more months left before summer for you to lose 40 to 40, let's just say 40 pounds before summertime with hyperketosis. It's very real. And it's not hard. In terms of the plan and the program, it's not hard. You get to eat a ton of food, and I share all of that on my other page, Quita's Food and Fit. I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel just for that, but I feel like this is a good place for that. I've already built the subscribers, and the content is doing well here. So it's, the content is going to be At Home with Quita here, of course, and then Quita's Food and Fit on everywhere else. But I share a ton of recipes there. And I do a lot of content, when it comes to this, because that's just where I'm at. That's what I'm passionate about. We still do Fancy Plans Co., because I feel like I have to talk to the new people that just joined. That's still a thing, okay? But I was just talking a little bit about the struggles of owning an e-commerce store, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And as I get older, I just operate differently. I'm tired. I'm so tired, you guys. Not exhausted physically, but I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And I'm just ready to move on to something else. And so, yes, we still are doing Fancy Plans Co. It's still a thing. Very great, very lucrative business. I can't just, I'm going to still do it because I'm still passionate about planning. And so we're not phasing that out just yet. I said what I said. But we are moving on to different things, okay? I mean, I don't know how much longer I have on this earth, and I want to do what I'm passionate about. And what I'm passionate about right now, and the fact that I've helped so many people to lose weight already, means something to me, And so we're just pivoting just a little bit. We're keeping that, but we're pivoting the channel to more of that type of content, and just based also on the statistics and the numbers. And it just makes sense right now. So that's why you've been seeing a lot of the short form content for hyperketosis is just doing better than the planning stuff. And I also talked about how I feel like the planner community has changed. It's different. It's different. And I know a lot of businesses that are struggling. And again, we're not doing as well as we were doing before. And that's okay. I mean, we're still doing well. And I'm thankful for that. You know what I mean? So, a win is a win in my mind. But things are different. Things are different. So comment below, let me know if you feel the same. Because it just is. So you're struggling to get more protein, so you'd love to see more content about tasty protein options. Yeah, I do a lot of recipe videos on my TikTok, and I try to post them here now too. At first I wasn't, because I didn't know what I wanted to do with this page. I wanted to kind of keep it pure, keep it, and I did. So this is what I did. I did 30 days of planner content. I said, I'm just going to see. I know you saw those videos where I was sitting, giving y'all real talk, giving y'all the business about what y'all were doing and weren't doing. A lot of that went very well. In terms of my short form content, it went well. I can't even knock that. But I wanted to compare. So I said, let me compare the planner content, real talk type content to the fitness content. Let me see what's working, what's better. What do y'all want? That's the answer. That's why I'm making that pivot. So again, I'll still sprinkle in that type of content, but eventually I have to be honest, I do see myself transitioning fully over to lifestyle and fitness and healthy eating content. I do. I'm not sure how quick that's going to be, but that's where we are. Okay, so you're struggling to get, yeah, so I have more options for sure. So check that out. Also, I have a ton of resources. I have a cookbook, one volume. I'm going to come up with another volume that has 18 recipes, and they're creative recipes that you've never seen anywhere. So if you see it somewhere, it's me. Somebody that copied my content, which is fine because I want people to enjoy and I want people to feel like they're benefiting from my content. And if they want to repurpose it, do you? It ain't that serious. And then I have 2 meal planner and challenges. So I actually have 2 challenges. I just created a volume 2, and that has a little different recipes than volume 1. No recipe repeats itself. And then I just created a dessert guide. So that has 25 desserts, because I feel like people don't realize you can have dessert on hyperketosis. Most of it's going to be fruit based. So you want to make sure that you are accounting for that, because with each meal you can have a serving of fruit. And so that dessert would count as your serving of fruit, if that makes sense. And then I have one-on-one. So now I do consulting. Y'all, this is crazy. Never in a million years did I think I would be consulting people on weight loss. I was the one that needed to consulting, okay? And I still need consulting because I'm not perfect. I still have my people that I watch and follow that help me, I have a free community. So join that community. We have over almost 120-ish people in the community, and we just rally around you, pump each other up, share recipes, share all the things. It's a private community, so you do have to sign up for it. And I just have a ton of resources to help. Some free, some not free. I'm just putting that out there too. Okay, so there you have it. Yeah, okay, so now y'all letting these questions come in, which I love for me. Yeah, I had a health scare. I'm just backtracking, y'all. It was literally crazy, y'all. It was literally crazy. Like, it was literally crazy. Like, I never want to have to go through that again. So if I can control it, like, it was my fault. Like, it was my fault. So I can't blame anybody but me. So my natural hair journey is going very well. She's natural under here. I'm not gonna take this hat off. I got my braids back there. Um, it's going very well. Like, I feel like I'm in my groove now in terms of my natural hair. I don't feel like it grows as long. I have 4C hair. I feel like it should be a lot longer than it is, but hey, we just keep moving forward. So I don't ever see me perming my hair. It's so funny because yesterday I was talking to Addison, and she was like, her friend, she was like, why is this girl, her friend, she said her name, of course. She was like, why is her hair always straight? And I was like, because she has a perm. And she was like, I want a perm. And I was like, what you're not gonna do is get a perm. I don't believe that she should get a perm. Now, she can make whatever decision she wants when she get older and when she becomes adult. But for me, I feel like natural hair is the best way to go. So I'm gonna stay natural. I don't see myself perming my hair. And I hope that she sees the value in having natural hair. You can go straight, you can go curly. People are, they love beautiful natural hair, and we should love our own hair too. And so I'm trying to get her to love her hair. Okay, so do I carry my half liter planner with me when I'm out and about, or does it stay at home? This thing stayed right on at the house. Okay, it's too chunky. Look at how chunky this planner is. So I have a little purse on the go planner that I carry. I just toss it in my bag. It's actually a wallet slash purse, and it has a little notebook in there that I created. I have a video here too that you can look to see how I created that. I keep that in my purse, and that way I could write notes or anything on the go. I also mainly use my phone when it comes to on the go anything, because I keep my calendar sunk with my planner. And then also I can write quick notes and things like that within the notes app. So I use my phone a lot for the just the mobility of it. But this thing right here is my life. Like, I love this planner. That's why I said I'm still passionate about the planner community. I just feel like it's different. And I just feel like a good old pivot is never a bad idea. And that's just where we are in our 40s. When I started YouTube, I was in my 30s, y'all. A lot can change between 30s and 40s. Okay. So, yeah, so just a lot of changes. Now, I haven't gone through perimenopause yet, and I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. Like, I'm of age to go through that. Although I think that they said you can go through that in your 30s. So I don't know. I never went through it. A friend of mine is going through it, and she is a hot mess. And I never went through it. I don't know. Have y'all gone through it? I know menopause is going to be coming at some point. Hopefully not anytime soon. But I hope I don't do the peri and the menopause, y'all. I don't know, child. I can't even believe I'm just saying that, because what happened to my 20s? What happened to my 30s? How did we get here? I don't like it here. And so that's why we have to get ourselves healthy so that we can look good, even though mentally we might be like, how did I get in my 40s? You know what I mean? Like, you guys take care of your body. And that's what I'm starting to learn. Because again, I can't preach to anybody, because all these years I was not taking care of my body. And now I'm taking care of my body. I am playing about this body, okay? So, okay, so you're asking about, oh, the dessert cookbook. I got you. That's easy. All you gotta do is just check my bio here on YouTube. It has the link there. It has all of my links. By the way, it's pretty cool. I can put like, I think I have like 10 links there. And then if you want to follow my journey, I'm Quita's Food and Fit on Instagram and TikTok. And I have a link in my bio there too that will take you right to the cookbook. I wish I could just post it here, but I don't know how to do that, y'all. I'm pretty sure I can. What if I hit this plus sign? I feel like if I start pressing buttons, y'all, it's going to be a whole issue. So maybe I shouldn't press that button, right? Wait, no, wait. Let me press it. I'm just going to press it, y'all. Bear with me. Okay. Whew. It just says start a poll, start a Q&A. Okay. Now, what if I hit this? That's for the products. Okay. Because I should be able to just drop a link below, right? Y'all, am I tripping? And what's this flag for? Okay. I don't know, child. So anyways, it's there. And then maybe when I post this, because I probably am going to post this video on my page, then I will drop the link there in the description. But it's easy to find. Okay. You need a dessert. Okay, we just talked about that. Challenge. Yes, I have challenge. Enjoy your content. I'm really interested in your ketosis content. I did ketosis. Oh, okay. Did you do keto for a year, but starting to slide and need to get back on track? So keto is completely different from hyperketosis, because I get a lot of confusion on that. See, that's what I get for swiping. I swiped something and it took me to Instagram. People think it's keto. It's not keto. It's completely different from keto. You know, keto, you can have your high fats, low carb, of course. You can have dairy, so cheese, all those things. You can have that. You can't have that on hyperketosis. You can only have 4 ounces of meat. You can have 3 cups of vegetables, and you can have a serving of fruit. That's it, twice a day. You're going to do intermittent fasting, so you're not going to start eating until 12, and you're going to stop eating at 8. You're only going to cook in broth, no oils, not even avocado oil. Okay, I know, but hey, we got goals, right? And then you're going to make sure you drink your water with electrolytes. So in terms of the program being simple, you can't get no more simple than that. You literally can't mess this up. But in terms of mindset, that's what makes it hard. You know what I mean? And motivation, that's what makes it hard. But the program itself is easy. And you get to eat a ton of food, a ton. Sometimes I can't even eat all the food. And you, at the end of the day, can eat vegetables until you're full. And so the key to the whole thing is just being creative. You know what I mean? So that's where I come in. So on my TikTok, I have a ton of creative recipes. I even have a cookbook that has 18 recipes in it. So you can always grab that. And I got you. I got all the tools you need. So yeah, I would try hyperketosis, because I literally lost 4 pounds since Monday. So I went on a vacation. I did a challenge before I went on vacation. I thought it was going to be 7 days, but it ended up being 4 days, because I didn't set myself up for success. I should have known when you go on vacation, you're going to mess up. You're going to do stuff. And I tried to have the proper viewpoint of it, but then I just went all in. I said, I'm on vacation, and I needed that vacation. And so prior to that, when I was doing the challenge, we have 2 challenges in the bio that I told you that you can grab the cookbook from. I have a volume 1 and volume 2. It just has completely different recipes. So it has a meal planner, grocery list, all the things you need, and a challenge. So I did that challenge, volume 1, for 4 days, from Monday to Thursday, and I lost 4 pounds. Literally a pound a day. There's nowhere else you're going to be able to find that you can lose a pound a day. You can't do that with keto. You can't. And so that's why I love hyperketosis, because we want it now. We want the success now. We want the weight loss now. And that's what you can get. So if you lock in with it, so I'm doing it for 40 days right now. I'm trying to lose 40 pounds in 40 days. Since this Monday, I just told you about last Monday. Since this Monday, I've lost 4 pounds. I got back up to 180. I was down to 173 before I left. And then I got back up to 180 from cheating. And so I said, I'm trying to get to my goal weight in 40 days. I've seen people that lost 40 to 50 pounds in 40 days. My goal is very realistic, 40 days, a pound a day. And I'm down 4 pounds since Monday. So I've lost a pound a day since Monday. It's a no-brainer, y'all. It's a no-brainer. So I do have a guide in my bio, a free guide that tells you how to do the program. It gives you all the foods, the authorized food list. So you, at the end of the day, you don't need to get all the other things if you don't want. It's just helpful, supplementary stuff. But the getting started guide is going to really tell you everything that you need to know. You just have to try to figure out a way to be creative with your recipes. And sometimes that's difficult. You get tired of eating the same old stuff every single day. So that's why I've curated that, those creative recipes for you already, so you don't have to think about it. All right. So, what did I just press? I pressed something that was about to allow me to post. Oh, here we go. Pin message. What does that do? Oh, I could pin a message, y'all. Wait, nope. I pinned somebody else's message. Let me undo that. See, that's why I need to stop pressing buttons. Okay, so let me get through to the next. Let's see. Y'all, I love y'all, because y'all just giving me stuff to talk about. You're transitioning. Okay, transitioning back to half letter, and you find yourself not grabbing your letter size planner as much, okay, as you using the half letter, but you also want to have everything in one planner. So in my opinion, I think letter is just too dang on big. It's just too big. I wish I could grab one off my shelf to show y'all. Who wants to be carried around that big planner? So I get it. That's why I went to half letter. I just think half letter is the sweet spot. It's just such the perfect size. So why don't you just transition everything from your big into your half letter? Like, is there a way for you to do that? Like, or I guess maybe you would have to buy all those inserts all over again. What is in your half letter planner and what's in your big planner? Do you need what's in your letter size planner, your big planner? Can you just rock with your half letter planner? I got questions. Report back. So let's see. You enjoy planning and weight loss content. Okay, so I'm going to try to incorporate both. I'm going to try to incorporate both. We'll see. I'm just trying to look at the numbers to see what works and what makes sense. Okay, you'll watch whatever I post. So I literally can post anything and you're all in. I love that for me. So I like that you like planner and weight loss content. Again, I'm going to try to incorporate both. You're struggling to get more protein. I think I talked about this already. Yeah. And I'm not doing hyperketosis forever, Naomi. I'm not, because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do 40 days of hyperketosis, strict hyperketosis, follow the plan. And then you take the next 20 days off and you do traditional keto. So you do that for 20 days and you're not supposed to lose the weight like you would lose it on hyperketosis. I think it's like 6 or 8 pounds that you're not supposed to lose. And then you go back to hyperketosis after that if you feel like you need another round. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. So soon I'll be, and that's called the maintenance phase. So soon I'll be in that maintenance phase after this 40 days, because if I can lose the 40 pounds in 40 days, that puts me right where I need to be. Like, I don't need to lose no more weight than that, because then I'm going to be looking sickly. And my girlfriend was like, sis, you want to lose more weight? Like, even at this weight. So I'm debating if I'm going to actually lose the whole 40 pounds, because at the end of the day, I feel like if it's just my stomach, and I feel like if I could just tone up, you know what I mean? Like, if I need to work out now. So that's going to be another part of my next phase too, is the workout part of it. Right now I'm just playing tennis, and I play tennis almost every day. It's like my thing. And I need to do something that doesn't feel like a workout. And that's what doesn't feel like a workout. So that's why I do it. And I just love it. And so I know that I'm going to need to get into my tone up phase. So this is what I want to do. And maybe I'll film the process. Comment below. Let me know. Y'all want me to film this. So I'm thinking of, the garage is a hot mess express, but we've got a ton of equipment in there. We have a bike, We have a pull up little machine. We have weights in there and everything. So I'm thinking I want to turn that into our home gym. That way it could save me on my membership because I was at Lifetime Fitness. And if you know, you know. I literally just canceled it because I hadn't gone in a year, which is crazy work. Like, who does that? Who pays for a $130 membership and don't go? Who does that? Me. That's what I was doing. So I finally went and canceled it. And the thing about these memberships is that they don't let you cancel over the phone or via email or in an app. You have to go there. So I was putting it off because, and one of the reasons why I didn't go is because it was 15 minutes from my house. Although that's not bad. I know. Don't talk about me later. That's not far. I know. But it was a burden to me. Like, it was a burden to me. And so I finally canceled it. And then it also had a lot of perks. So if you know Lifetime, they have a steam room, a sauna. I mean, it's nice in there. It's where the rich people go. And I ain't rich, okay? So that's why I had to cancel it. And they had like an indoor, outdoor pool. They have a cafe. They have a spa. You know what I mean? It's the bougie people type thing. But I liked it because it had a lot of activities for kids. And of course, Addison's 11. So we would go there to go to the pool. You know what I mean? And so I had to let that go. So I want to change the garage into a workout space because that's phase two. I need to get on my workout stuff because I have to start toning up. I also probably am going to start wearing a faja. This is all stuff I didn't think about before because I just embraced my body. And so I might film the process of that. Let me know what y'all want me to do. Okay, so no hyperketosis forever. All right. So how will hyperketosis work and how will it work? Okay, so I think I just addressed that. So 40 days, I'm trying to lose 40 pounds. And then after your 40 days, it's a 40-day challenge. Then you do your maintenance phase. And your maintenance phase is traditional keto. Now, I cannot wait until I get to that phase because I have some yummy recipes for keto. And I have started to share those on my page early on. And then I started this. And so I'll be sharing some maintenance recipes for traditional keto after that. And I just love traditional keto because you can have so much more stuff. Because I'm a cheese girly. And then they have like lots of different like keto approved foods like ice cream and stuff like that, you know? So I'm excited to get into that part of it and share those recipes. I feel like with this hyperketosis, because there's only certain foods you can eat, which by the way, again, I think I mentioned it earlier, but I have a guide in my bio here on YouTube. You could just click where the links are on my page, and that has a guide there that tells you all the approved foods. It tells you what you can drink, what you can eat, how to intermittent fast, everything. And so there's only certain foods you can have on hyperketosis. So it's very limited. That's why I try to be as creative as possible with my recipes. And I try to think outside the box. And that's why I said, if you see one of my recipes somewhere, you know, because you know my recipes because I just be trying stuff, you know. What I typically try to do, if I'm honest, is I'll find a keto recipe and then I'll make it hyperketosis. And I made an Alfredo that was so good. And I've never seen that recipe anywhere. Okay. And so I don't know. I just pride myself on the creativity of the recipes that I've been able to produce. And I love that I'm thinking outside the box and making it fun. But again, there's only so much that you can do because there's only so much foods that you can have. So after I get to my goal weight, I'll just continue to maintain. And, you know, because I know that as you saw, I went on vacation and gained, you know, I went from 173 to 180. So I know that if I act up, and I don't act right, I know that I'm going to fluctuate. So I'm going to be on a diet for the rest of my life. And I try not to call it a diet. I'm going to have to eat a certain way for the rest of my life if I want to maintain my weight. And I'm okay with that because I love keto. I think keto is awesome. And I just love what you can eat. I don't feel like it's restricted because so many different recipes and things that you can have on keto that make you feel normal. You feel me? I think you do. Okay, so this is a great question. So this used to be me, y'all. I used to cook two different meals. I will cook something for them and I will cook something for me. Your girl don't do that no more. She ain't got time for that. She getting older. She needs you to eat what she eats. And so now, and it's crazy too, because you know, it takes me a lot of time and effort to lose weight, right? But they could think about losing weight in terms of your husband and drop weight. So he looking real snatched right now. Okay. I just need him to drink his water. He does not do well with water. And I do very good with water because I just keep my Stanley cup with me everywhere I go. And I fill this up as many times as I can throughout the day. Okay. And so, yeah, they eat what I eat. And the crazy part is that, okay, so this is a good example of that, right? I make collard greens, right? And I do have a collard green recipe in my cookbook for hyperketosis because you shouldn't be deprived. And I love collard greens. It has smoked turkey in it, it has all the things in it, okay? So prior to making this healthy alternative for my collard greens, I was making an all the things, throw everything in the pot type, collard greens. Like my collard greens are good, right? And so my son is very much a Southern food type of guy. So sometimes I'll just make all the things because I know he wants it. So he'll make his request. I want mac and cheese. I want your collard greens. I want your stuffing. I want all of that, even, just any time of the year. And I do that for him because I know he loves it. So I made collard greens my healthy way. And when he came over, he was like, I prefer these. I was a little bit offended because I was like, hold up, what are you talking about? And so he was like, I don't know what you did to these collard greens, but they are so good. So the moral to the story is that I think what's happening, because even Addison the other day, I gave her something and she was like, this is so good, is that they like the healthy food. And so they benefit because the food is healthy. They feel like it still tastes good because I still season my stuff, but I don't do too much like I used to do. I guess I used to do too much. I probably did, but it's okay. And they like it. They like it now. Even if they didn't like it, I still would make them eat it. But the fact that they like it, a win is a win. Okay. So, hey, Carrie H. Welcome to the live. So glad that you joined me. Michelle, you rocking with me. You always rock with me. You a real one. I just love that. Sheila, okay, so you're saying, are you familiar with anti-inflammatory meals for, I'm not. Let me do some research. I got you. Because I want to be well versed in different things. You know what I mean? And so I get a lot of questions about different things. Like people ask about different things when it comes to this diet. And I'm not always able to answer it just because I might not be familiar with that particular condition. And I don't want to give medical advice. I don't. Somebody asked me if it was okay for a breastfeeding mom. And I was like, sis, talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor. Okay? Because I don't want to be making no medical claims or anything like that. I know what works for me. You got to figure out, you got to consult. So I'm not familiar with that. So let me do some research. Back to school content for planning. Yeah, I'm going to try to still keep with the planning content to some degree. Not sure if you were here for the beginning, Michelle, but I just talked about the future of this channel and kind of where things are going. And based on the numbers, y'all seem to want fitness and weight loss content. Just based on the numbers. So we're going to try to incorporate everything if we can. I did a little test run and I don't know if you probably did because you always be here. But I did a little test with just doing a whole bunch of planning content, short form. So if you saw me get on, and talk to you guys just like this, all of that content I was just doing for the last month. And then I did fitness and weight loss content just to see and compare. And the fitness and weight loss stuff is going viral for me. And so that's what makes me think that I just need to pivot because y'all are the ones watching it. So if the views are higher for that, like my hyperketosis video I did, the long form video I did last month is already at 30K views. That never happens for me. Just so y'all know, I be struggling here on YouTube. I thrive, but I also struggle. And my short form content is doing really well. It's doing better than the planning content. So maybe y'all want a good old fashioned pivot. And also, to be honest with you, I feel like a good 90 to 100,000 of you are here for planning. I have almost 248,000, 250,000. I think I'm at 248,000 subscribers. And so I feel like a good 100K of you are here for planning. And the rest of you are here for something else. And you just happen to watch some of my planning content, but you didn't come for that, if that makes sense. And so most of my audience is not for planning, which is what I perceive. So I could be wrong. So thanks, Angie, for loving my content. Hearts. Okay. And in terms of how tall I am 5'4". I want to say 5'5", but if I'm honest, 5'4". And I'm at 176 pounds when I weighed in today. I don't mind sharing the number with y'all because she ain't gonna be that forever, okay? She's about to lose these 40 pounds, okay? And I love that for me. Is half letter a good size planner to account for needing space but also not wanting? Yeah. I think classic is probably the best if you need space. Half letter sometimes is a little tricky to write in, but it works for me because I don't have super large handwriting. I feel like my handwriting is just the perfect size. So it just depends on the insert too, because sometimes, depending on the insert, you cramming stuff in there, but I don't have really large handwriting. So it works for me. This is, the size in terms of who I am and my hands and the pen. So it doesn't make it makes it very easy to have enough space, in my opinion, but not too much space, but it also is not super big and clunky, because I want my planner to be somewhat compact in size, and she's chunky though. She got a lot going on, but this is everything in my life. So work, home, everything. So I do feel like half letter is the perfect size. It's the perfect size. So, oh, my plans. How do I drop a link? How do I drop a link? I don't know how to do it. Do you have to maintain hyperketosis? No, I talked about that earlier, Naomi. I think you were here for that. No, you do 40-day challenge, and then you do 20 days of traditional keto. If you need to do another round of hyperketosis, you need to do that 20 days of regular keto in between. And you don't want to lose any more than, I think it's 6 or 8 pounds during that time, because you're dropping weight so quick with hyperketosis, your body needs to be able to figure out what's going on. And that's team too much for your body. So you take a little bit of time off and then you go back to it. Do I have a recipe or recipes for salad, but without lettuce? You don't like lettuce. I have a egg salad, an egg and tuna salad recipe that is so freaking good. I wish I could, man, I didn't figure out how to drop a link, y'all. It's so good. It's so good. So that's in my cookbook. And share the working out with us. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So for you guys that are just joining or just wasn't here for the beginning, I talked about that I'm going to do a fitness week. So to really test out this content thing. And if the fitness week goes very well, because I feel like I already did planning weeks, all my content has really all been planning, but I want to do a fitness week. I already have the content planned out for 2 weeks. So we'll see what I do within the week. And that's going to really tell me if I'm going to do a full rebrand, a full pivot. If it goes well, like that 30K video that did that number, where my planning videos only do maybe 22,000, maybe on a good month. That's crazy, right? Ain't that crazy? That shows me my audience though. But if that's what happens, then I'm going to pivot. I'm going to pivot. Y'all still have Fancy Plans Co. on IG. But eventually I'll probably do a full pivot. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of people pay for memberships and don't go. Yeah, that was me. My husband was like, "Are you crazy?" Y'all calculate that up. How much is that? If I was spending, I think it was 121 for a month, and I think I had that gym membership for 2 years at least, and I might have went 5 times. Yeah. How much is that that I wasted? You asked that question. I do our finances on paper. Got away from Excel, and I wouldn't follow up with it. So I like the size of, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. You don't work from home, so you like your planner with you. Okay. Yeah. That's why I just feel like the big planner, I mean, it's great if you have large handwriting. You just need the space. Yo, let me plug my phone in. It's great for that, but I just feel like it's too big. It's too big for me. I was never able to get down with it. Now, back in my days, y'all remember, OGs remember, I did use that for a period of time just to test it out, and it just didn't last, okay? Because it just wasn't my thing. So I do think that you just, at the end of the day, have to do what works for you, and you have to figure that out, And that just requires you just testing things out to see what works. All right, so typing all of that, I realize it's my mindset, like you said. So I just need to adjust. Yeah, everything is mindset. Everything is mindset. Yeah, Michelle, you already know. You already know how I feel about you. Naomi K, a lot of us got to know you from planning. I know, that's why I said I feel like a good 100K of you are here for planning. So that's why I'm really going to figure out, because I want y'all to stay. Of course, I want y'all to stay. Y'all are my core. So I don't want to make y'all mad. You know what I mean? I don't know. I sometimes I'd be like, I go back and forth. I'm real wishy-washy. But I really do think that this is going to be the plan, y'all. I really do. I was even thinking, should I start a Fancy Plans Co. YouTube and just do the planning content there? But y'all, as I get older, I'm very much stretched thin. And I talked about my husband and I starting a new business. I feel like I need to fill y'all in on that, because some of y'all may have left and then new people came in. My husband and I started a new business. And so I feel like all these years, he was always supporting me. Anything I wanted to do. Fancy Plans Co. We had a photo booth business. We had a cookie business. We had everything, you name it. Although he did used to do some network marketing back in the day that I did support. And I would ask him, hey, what's your passion? Because I'm very much a passion person. Like, I know my passion. I know who I am, you know? And he would be like, well, I don't know what my passion is. But this time, baby, he said, I know exactly what my passion is. And so what we're doing is we're creating smart websites and AI automation. So I was telling the girlies earlier, y'all really need to get into AI. AI is the future. Like, so many jobs are going to be phased out because of AI. Think about it. So much stuff is not needed. I was watching a video yesterday of this guy saying that they no longer need paralegals. Hmm? Because ChatGPT can do everything that a paralegal can do. So we are not missing out on another wave. We're not. AI is the wave. So we are going to learn as much as we can. And so we ended up starting a business. And y'all, we got our first client, which is literally insane. And so that's why some things got to give. You know what I mean? I can't do it all. I feel like I used to be able to do it all, but I can't do it all. She's in her 40s now. You know, she mindset is different. And I don't want to do it all. To be honest, I don't want to do it all. I want to do what counts and what matters and what pushes the needle forward, what drives me. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So we started a business called Uplink Collective. Y'all, we hadn't even literally launched officially yet, and we already got our first client. Don't you love that for us? And the cool thing about it is that it's subscription based. So they have to pay a monthly fee and there's a setup fee, and it ain't cheap. Let's just say that. It is not cheap. And so the cool thing about it is that pretty much once you acquire that client, they're pretty much going to stay with you as long as you're doing things correctly because you're building the system for them. You're building their AI stuff. You're building, y'all, my husband's so smart. He is so smart. I was telling the girlies earlier that I am definitely not the brains behind the operation, although I know I'm smart. I am the beauty. And I am the motivation. I'm going to push us forward. I'm going to make sure we succeed. And so we balance each other out in that way. You know what I mean? And so I'm really excited for him to finally be doing something that he's passionate about. So we just told ourselves that we cannot miss this AI boom. You know how people back in the day felt like they missed the dot-com boom and all the other booms. We missed the Apple boom. You know, we didn't buy stocks in Apple. We there were certain things that you could catch on or latch onto and learn and do that now if you could foresee that it would have been what it is, you would have jumped on it. But you didn't. AI is that. I promise you, AI is that. It is. It's phasing out so many jobs. Look at ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT for everything. And so now we'll be able to incorporate that stuff into people's websites and make them feel like they're the big man on campus. Whereas before, like AI is not a new thing. Like a lot of companies use AI. Amazon uses AI. When you call and all that stuff does things for itself, companies, small businesses weren't able to have access to that stuff before because it was just so expensive. And so now they'll be able to have access to that through a program that we use. The program we use does everything. All we have to do is set it up for the client. It's white labeled so we can sell it as our own if we want. And again, we're using it for that client. And we white label it as our own, and which is cool. Every white label is just so amazing to me. People put in all that work and then you can claim a product. Of course, you got to pay a monthly fee for that, so it's not free. But that transfers onto the client. And the fact that it's subscription based means that we get passive income. So we said, well, all we need is 10 good clients. Okay, we already got one and we're good. And we're good. And so that's kind of where we are, you know, and that's also, I got into digital marketing as well. That was the Amazon, me teaching people how to do Amazon reviews. I had created a guide. All of that stuff is digital marketing. And I made a good amount of money. And so I don't do that as much anymore. I will if I need to, but this is my current passion. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of different streams of income, but I just foresee that as being our retirement plan. And it's very lucrative. So we'll be setting up people's websites and then incorporating AI. Like I'm gonna be incorporating AI into people's websites. Like who am I? So we're excited about that. I'm mainly excited for him because he now gets to do what he's passionate about, and I'm here to support. Okay, so yes, I was answering your question, Naomi, about the planning days. I'm hoping that I can continue to do that content, but it's just a little pivot that I'm doing. All right. Good morning, guys and gals. First time watching a live. Hello. This is probably my third live in all of my YouTube years, so we don't typically do a live, and I'm having a good time. I'm really enjoying it. I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but y'all are really showing up, and I love that for me. You said you did the carnivore keto for 8 months and lost 51 pounds. That's literally crazy. So I've been doing hyperketosis for, well, I say I lost 50 pounds in 6 months. I'm going into my seventh month now, and I really feel like I could have lost weight quicker had I really stuck to it like diligently, and if I had started earlier, because my first month and a half was in a calorie deficit of 1,500 calories. I think I lost about 15 pounds, and then I started hyperketosis. So I wish I had done it from the beginning, and I also wish I didn't cheat so much, y'all. I'd be cheating. I'll be cheating. Now, I'm not going to cheat for these 40 days, although I did have a shot last night. Okay, don't judge me. I needed it. Trust me. The day I had, or the week I had previously, I needed that shot. And so I think if I hadn't cheated as much, then I would be farther along. So I lost 50, I had lost a total of 53 pounds, but I went on vacation and gained some back. And so now we're starting from 176. We got up to 180 when I got back from the trip. And so since Monday, I went from 180 and now 176. So 4 pounds. So a pound a day. So my goal is to lose 40 pounds in 40 days. And y'all can totally follow me on this journey. If you look at my bio, you'll see all of the links to my free guide that tells you exactly how to do hyperketosis. I'm not sure if you have more weight to lose, by the way, but 51 pounds is crazy work. Like, I love that for you. And so if you want to join me on this journey, I welcome you. We have a free community also, so you can join the community. We share recipes, all types of stuff in that community. And then I have other resources. So you can check there to see if you want to join this journey with me. I would love to have as many of you guys as possible to join me. So join me if you want. All right. So congratulations on your 51-pound weight loss. That's huge. That's huge. So are you going to do more videos with Addison? Oh, I know. I miss Addison too. So she low-key wants us to be at home with Addison. She does. She's in her social media era. So fun fact about us and our family, we don't allow our child to have social media. We think that it's just too young. And so she wants to start a TikTok, but I just told her that no, she can't. She can't. I'm just not ready for that yet. She's not ready for that yet. And so she's gonna have to get a little bit older for her to have her own dedicated social media. And the only thing that I really allow her to watch is YouTube. And other than that, and that's limited. But she's not allowed to have TikTok or be on TikTok. She's not allowed to have or be on Instagram. And I don't care if y'all judge me for that. It is what it is. And I'm not changing my mind because you don't agree. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but I have to protect my child. And I don't think that kids that young should have social media. She doesn't even have a phone, you guys. She's not getting a phone until this year. Finally, we're going to cave and get her a phone because she's going to graduate 5th grade. Otherwise, she hasn't had a phone all the time. So why you need it now? And that's how I really feel about it at the end of the day. But she's been asking now, and so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And so she'll probably get that at the end of the year as her graduation, going into middle school, because that's a big accomplishment. And that's going to be limited and protected. Okay, we do parental controls around here. All right. And so again, we're just protecting our children. There's a lot of dangers out there. And y'all remember back in the day when your computer used to be in the living room? They had their computer with them in front of them all day. So that can't be healthy. That can't be healthy. So that's what it is for us. And that's what works for our family. So I'm hoping to do more videos with her maybe in the future if she'll have me, because it's all about her sometimes, because she's in her tween phase and she loves her mommy, because I'm a cool mommy, but I'm still not your friend. And so we'll see if she wants to join me. I would love to have her. So we'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll do some workouts together because, again, we're changing or pivoting a little bit. So maybe we'll do some workouts together. Okay, so you said you believe I can post a link in the comments section, but where is the comments section? I have to scroll all the way down? Oh my gosh. I think I have to scroll all the way down, and I'm trying to go through all these questions. So I won't even know where to find out where I'm at because y'all loaded me up, right? Let me see. Maybe no, I don't know. I don't see an open box for me to do that. Y'all, I'm pretty sure, I know it's user error. I know it's user error because I see all these little contraptions on the side. What is this? What does this button do? Highlight saved. Oh my gosh. 5 minutes. I don't know, child. And then what's that do? Oh, that's a retouch. Ooh. Okay. I needed the retouch. Let me hit it again. Y'all, I'm a mess. Um, no, let's put the retouch back on. We like the retouch. Okay, that's what I was missing. I was like, I needed a filter or something, child. Okay, because I'm looking a hot mess with no makeup on. But hey, this is what it is. Yeah, so I don't know how to put the. I'm gonna have to do some research to figure out how to put a comment there. But again, all my links are in my bio here. And if you want to follow my journey, it's Quita's Food and Fit on TikTok and on Instagram. So you can always follow me there and you'll see all of my recipes. You'll see all of my motivational content and fitness and weight loss, how much I've lost, where I started, all of that, all of that. I mean, sharing is caring. And I want to help you succeed if you're on a weight loss journey too. Okay, so let's see where we are, y'all, because we got a few more questions, I think. Let's see. Oh, where, y'all see, that's why I don't like to hit too many buttons. You came from the planning, you think almost a decade now. Wait, huh? Oh, it ain't been, hasn't been it? It's been, oh my gosh, y'all. I think it's been 7 years since I've been on TikTok. Let me look. When did I start this channel? I started this channel in 2017. Oh my gosh. We're going on 8 years. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? That's literally insane. It has been almost a decade. That's crazy. I don't want to think about it. But you're correct. A lot of us might have the planning down at this point. Yeah. And you're in your age range. So now we're more. Now that's a good way to think about it. Yeah. So we all changing. We all pivoting. So yeah, y'all may want something different now. See, that's why I got to read the analytics. All right. So congrats on my new business. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like I'm just so excited about it. And I just feel like this is going to be a long-term thing because y'all, I was okay, this is what I always thought. And I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. But I was like, now how am I gonna be doing plan with me's and doing planner content and my hands all wrinkly because I'm old? You know what I mean? I was like, I'm gonna have to pass this channel on over to Addison. And so I don't know if that's a proper way of thinking, but I was like, I cannot do that long term because as I get older, we're just different. We're doing different things. We're at a different place in our life as we get older. You know, leave that to the youth. So it's like I'm either gonna have to pivot or I'm gonna have to give this channel to Addison. Now I might still give it to Addison in the future sometime as I get older and again my husband's business settles in, and then I might be in a different place in my life. Who knows what could happen? But I was like, man, I can't see myself just showing, just being that old lady on YouTube doing playing with me. Okay, absolutely not. So I was like, I knew at some point I was gonna have to pivot. It just happened a little earlier than I thought. And hopefully our hands don't get wrinkled. Okay. Oh my gosh. No, the new business is not gonna be a YouTube channel, but I'm gonna be on social media because I'm gonna be the social media person, of course. But I don't know, y'all. I feel like social media marketing helps a lot of businesses. It's helped our business. But I don't think this business is going to need that. I think it's going to be a referral business because the first client we got was a referral. And I think he's going to refer us to somebody else. And I think that person's going to, I think it's going to be a trickle effect. I think we're going to have too much business to even know how to handle. I do, because of AI. And I think that we're coming in on such a forefront of it. It's just really catching on that I feel like we're just in the perfect place. Whereas, 5 or 10 years from now, yeah, there's going to be AI still there, but it's not going to be like it is now. Everybody is so confused about it. You know what I mean? So everybody wants it, but they don't know how to do it and implement it, if that makes sense. So no, it's not going to be a YouTube channel. I can't do too much more than I'm doing, y'all. No, that would be too much. It's just hard to know how to, yeah, how to, yeah. AI is very confusing. Like even my husband, again, I always talk about that he's the brains behind the operation. I'm just me. And I'm gonna motivate the heck out of you. You know what I mean? But he is the smart guy. So he's gonna be the one learning all the stuff and helping to set everything up. And I'll be the social media person and I'm also going to do the website design, the basic design, and then he'll implement all the other moving parts. So we've got a little system going. So by Friday, we have to have almost everything set up for this client to do a demo. So he's a little bit nervous. And I told him, don't be nervous. You got this. You know it. You know it. And it's a friend of a friend. So he's going to give you grace. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be nervous. Just do what you do. Just do what you do. You got this. Come on. This is easy for you. And you got to tell him that though, because I'll be stressing too, like what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, I'm going to back my man up. That's what I am going to do. So yeah, I'm excited for him. Do you have any real estate investments? I have, no, we don't. But you know what? I would consider it. So I always think about whether or not I want to sell this house or do I want to keep this house and just rent it out. This would be an investment. and then we would just move somewhere else. Because I guess as my kids get older, like my son is not at home anymore. Addison's here. She's 11. She'll be, in 9 more years. Because I don't see her moving out at 18. I don't know. She might. She keeps saying she wants to, but I don't believe her. I'm in denial. So eventually we won't need this big house. I mean, not that it's a mansion, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So we would probably downsize. But it'd be nice to keep this house because it has so much built-in equity. And what we owe on the mortgage is literally crazy. Because we bought this during a time, the subprime, I think that was during the subprime real estate, the subprime market when everybody was doing those subprime loans. It was like right after that when the market changed a little bit. So we got a crazy deal in this house. It was a not a foreclosure, but what's the other thing, y'all? Um, a quick short sale. No, it wasn't short sale. I don't know, y'all. It was something. There's some word for it. So it was a crazy deal. It was a crazy deal. So we almost felt lucky to have gotten this house at the price we got it for. And now what we owe on it is pennies. Not pennies, but it's crazy low. So to get rid of it is almost dumb, you know? So anyways, y'all, there's that. And my company, they're doing vibe coding, which is where people just use prompt engineering to develop solutions. That's interesting. Tell me more. Tell me more. I know you're the face behind Fancy Plans Co., but could you create a new YouTube channel like you started, but have someone else show? Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about whether or not I wanted to do that. That way I can take this channel and, because one of my girlfriends before, she was like, she watches and she loves the channel. But she was like, I thought it was gonna be like a true at home with Quita. I was like, well, it is, but it's not. So I would love to get this there. You know what I mean? And then have dedicated planner content somewhere else. So I think that might be a good idea. It's just that I can't manage another channel. I can't manage another social media. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So that's why I'm hoping maybe in the future my daughter will take all of this over. You'll have a multi six-figure business at 18. But you got to be responsible though. And my son, he's got his own stuff going on. But it would be nice if one of my family members could take over that business while we pivot to something else eventually. So we'll see. So that's a good idea. Sometimes I need to feel uplifted, so I'll listen to y'all always say that about me. My voice is soothing, but I don't hear it. My husband doesn't hear it either. I said, because literally everybody says that. People on YouTube and people outside of YouTube, like my friends. But I don't hear it. Sometimes I hear it. I think it's a little raspiness in there, particularly when I use the mic. But like right now, I don't hear it. But anyways, thank you. I'm just saying, yeah, you're the same with your babies. Too many kids having, social media, and too many issues are coming from that. So we just protect our babies, right? Same here for you, Michelle. My kids don't have social media, yeah, and it'll be a long time before they will. That part. So my friend has a rule of thumb where she says until they graduate high school, they don't get social media. So we'll see how long that we keep it from Addison. But I like that. I mean, if they don't miss it, but I know when she gets in high school, she'll have different, I don't know, it's gonna be different. You found me in 2018. So yeah, that's crazy. I know, almost a decade. But I love it here. I love it here. So I'm just so thankful for you guys. Thanks for listening to me talk and talk. I've been talking for 107 minutes. Okay. Almost 2 hours. That's great, right? Yikes. Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in today. Y'all have already spoken and said that you want me to go live again, and I like it live here. I do. It's different from TikTok and all the other platforms. And so I guess I'll continue to do it. And I'll just share what I share, and you guys can ask me questions, and we'll go from there. So thanks to all of you who have either popped in or popped out and who have stuck around. I really appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for more details on what's coming and what we're doing. But I definitely wanted to get on here and just kind of be transparent and share with you guys what we're thinking. But more details to come about some other things that may shock you. So yeah, so that's where we are. So we appreciate you again. If you guys have any questions about anything, I'm an open book. Just let me know. DM me, message me, email me, and then check my bio if you guys were wondering about any of the resources that I talked about today. Let's go. If you want to get on this journey with me, let's do it. Again, we have 2 months before summertime. You have plenty of time to lose all the weight you want to lose if you do this program. I can't vouch for anything else. And again, your girl is trying to lose 40 pounds in 40 days. She's already down 4 pounds since Monday. A win is a win. Okay. And so we're hoping to lose more. We're hoping to lose at least the 40 pounds, and we'll feel it out. We'll see if I feel like I'm looking crazy, then I'll stop. But we do need to start toning too. So stay tuned for all of that. We're doing a whole week of fitness content and weight loss content probably next week starting on Monday. So show up for me, you guys. If you want me to continue to do planning content, like those videos, go back and watch some of that content. That's how I know. That's the only way I'll know. And if you guys want me to do and stick to this whole new thing I'm doing, show up for those videos next week. That's all I got. Okay. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great day. You guys are my people. And I hope to be back on live again soon. All right. So I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully I can figure out how to end this live. All right. Talk to you guys later.